On reflection, having had some more time to delve into what the Star Wars Battlefront II multiplayer beta has to offer, I don't feel that this was the game putting its best foot forward. Where the first DICE-made Battlefront had the spectacle of Hoth and the Walker Assault mode to carry it, the Trade Federation Assault on Naboo isn't anywhere near as memorable and doesn't quite have the same thematic hook to drag you along. It's also rather empty feeling, which is a shame when I'd hoped that it would be livened up during the full beta. The core problem is that the opening stretch sees the droid army trying to escort an MTT hover transport down the main street of the city, while the clone army are busy trying to bring up ion cannons to lower its shields so you can deal damage. The intention is for the droids to push up down either flank, heading round the backs of various Baroque buildings to face off against clusters of clone troopers, before reaching the entrance to the palace and the parallel choke points on the way up to the throne room. There's no feeling of clearly defined objectives and goals in the long run to the palace, which isn't helped when the clones pick up the ion cannons and start running around with them, meaning you've got shifting targets off in the distance. Additionally, while it's a break away from having a TAT walkers bearing down on the defenders, and offers a few differences mechanically, it just doesn't feel all that different. It also spread out too thinly for the 20 versus 20 battles that are the pinnacle of Battlefront's game modes, and I was often left squinting to try and pick out the enemies in the distance on the other side of the main road. When you do manage to get up close and personal, the relatively low time to kill means it can all be over rather quickly, sending you back to the new spawn wave menus. The newly added class system helps to splinter off and better define roles on the battlefield. It's no longer a case that everyone rushes to unlock the jetpack star card, because it's the best for getting around, but rather about picking a job and doing it. The Specialist is a great mix of sniper and saboteur with its burst fire weapon ability that times out if you're not constantly killing enemies, while the Heavy lives up to its name with a shield to soak up damage, and the Officer's placeable turrets can add fire to a particular choke point or room you're defending. Similarly, it feels better to earn the points that are required to spawn in with a vehicle, as a special character or hero character, and get your few moments of glory as Darth Maul or Rey. It's weighted so that these characters come to the fore later in a match, though if you're having a horrid time of it, you'll have to get lucky to grab your opportunity. However, the beta also offers a glimpse of the potential progression system that we'll see, which takes a less conventional route of tying this to loot boxes and drops. That's certainly troubling, because the boosts you gain in loot boxes can improve the efficacy of certain abilities, the amount of damage you can take or dish out, and more, as opposed to being strictly tied to cosmetic items as in other games. Needless to say, you can earn these crates from playing games, leveling up classes, and performing certain daily feats, but it's a dangerous path to tread even without the microtransactions, as it can unbalance a game in favor of paying or veteran players over newcomers. When your fighter has 10% or 20% more health in Fighter Assault, that's giving you a clear advantage over other players. However, as concerning as that might be, it's also too soon to jump to conclusions on how it will be weighted in the full game. While there's a few things that more time with the beta did to temper my optimism somewhat, I'm looking forward to Star Wars Battlefront II. It still looks simply fantastic. From Theed on Naboo to Kodana and the space battles of Fighter Assault, there's some good steps forward with the class system and the intent behind Galactic Assault. It's just that the multiplayer beta shows some of the potential stumbling points that we hope DICE can react to and avoid between now and the game's launch on the 17th of November.